All of this happened in that first terrible time in Berlin when I was drowning in morphine. Things had gone okay for me for 4 weeks. I had collared a big supply of benzene, which was the name we gave the stuff amongst ourselves, and that relieved me of the addict's worst fear, the fear of running out of drug. Then, as my supply dwindled away, my rate of consumption increased. What I had in mind, I suppose, was for once getting really full, with no half measures, and then a clean break. Sometime a different life would have to begin, and if I had some proper momentum, I'd be able to see myself through the sudden stop. At least, I'd heard of others who had managed it that way. But when I woke up on the designated morning, staring into the void, I knew I had to have morphine at any price. My whole body was painfully jittery, my hand shook, I was full of a crazy thirst, not just in my mouth and throat, but in every cell of my body. I picked up the telephone and called Wolf. I wanted to catch him off guard, so with a faltering voice, I croaked out, "Have you got any benzene? Hurry, I'm dying," and fell back on the pillows, groaning. A deep and solemn feeling of relief, an anticipation of the enjoyment to come, took the edge of my suffering. Wolf would come by car. I have the syringe in my hand. I can already feel the stab of the needle, and then life will be beautiful again. The telephone trilled, and I heard Wolf saying, "Why did you hang up so fast? I can't bring you any benzene, I haven't got any myself. I was going to go hunting for some." "One injection, Wolf, just one injection, otherwise I'm going to die." "Yeah, but I told you, I'm out. You've got some left, I know you have. I swear I don't. I can tell by your voice that you've just had some. You sound full." "Last night at 1 a.m. was the last time." "Well, I've had none since 11. Hurry, Wolf." "But it's no good. Tell you what, why don't you come with me? I've got a reliable pharmacy. Take a car. We'll meet at Alex at 9. "And you're not going to stiff me? Swear." "Don't be silly, Hans. 9 o'clock at the Alex." I get up very slowly. Getting dressed is incredibly hard. My joints are quivery and weak. The feeling of assurance is gone. My body doesn't believe I'm going to be able to resupply it. I happen to look at the calendar and see that today's an ill-starred day. That makes me sit down in my chair and have a little cry to myself. I'm suffering so badly, and I can sense I'm going to suffer much worse in the course of the day, and I feel so weak. Why can't I just die? But I've known the answer to that for a long time. It's because I'm too much of a coward. I'll have to stick it out. I've got no alternative but to lie there prostrated and whimpering in front of fate and beg it not to hurt me. Then my landlady comes along and says something comforting to me, but I don't interrupt my crying for her, I just wave her away. But she's still talking. Gradually I understand I'm being told that I burned holes in my bed last night again with cigarettes. I hand her some money, and since she leaves me alone, it must have been enough. But I still don't go. Even though it's nearly 9 o'clock, I stare at the coffee that I poured myself, and I think caffeine is a poison that stimulates the heart. There are plenty of instances of people killing themselves with coffee, hundreds and thousands of them. Caffeine is a deadly poison, maybe almost as deadly as morphine. Why didn't it occur to me ever before? Coffee is my friend. And I gulp down 1-2 cups. I sit there for a minute staring into space and wait. I go on trying to kid myself, even though I know I've been deliberately trying to pull wool over my eyes. Inevitably, my stomach refuses to keep even that watery coffee down. I can feel my whole body shake and a cold sweat come over me. I need to get up. I am shaken with cramps and then sour bursts of bile. I'm going to die, I whisper to myself and stare into space. A little later, I've recovered to the degree that I can get up and take a few steps. And then I finish washing, go out on the street and hail a cab. Wolves never early anyway.